baseball here on Pure Oldies 104.1 FM. Ethan Berch with me tonight. And I got Ryan Dio, our analytics / away broadcaster, today home broadcaster, to my right. Ryan, in the bottom of the third, what are your biggest takeaways from this one in a scoreless game?
Well, it's time to get it moving if you're the SwampBats. We brought it up earlier in your keys to the game. It's not a recipe for success when you're fighting from behind. So the SwampBats being able to put one up on the board either here or in the next inning, it has to happen soon. It's essential for them winning this game on Independence Eve.
Got TJ McKenzie leading it off for the SwampBats. So it's 8-9-1, McKenzie, Broderick, Costello. Vanderbilt, Wake Forest. It's where these players play school respectively. But here first the Vanderbilt. Bunch of Vanderbilt players in this game. This is the third we've mentioned. This time McKenzie. First pitch from Marshall to McKenzie. Misses downstairs, 1-0. McKenzie so far this season, a .214 average, a .241 on base, and a .321 slug. I mean, the best we've seen McKenzie was back at Newport. 3 for 4, including a homer. 1-0 pitch is off the plate, 2-0. McKenzie in a hitter's count. Also picked up 2 hits in the game at Upper Valley earlier this week.
So we've seen him start to settle in. It's clicked once, it's clicked twice. Let's see if we can get the engine going.
2-0, he takes a fastball over the plate for a strike, 2-1. You're right, you love to see McKenzie get going. He plays a fantastic outfield, in all honesty, whether he's in center or right. I mean, I mentioned the play that happened where he ranged all the way from right field to make a great catch. It'll go a long way to do it. It's the 2-1 is a breaking ball, and he fouls it off to the right side, 2-2. But McKenzie offensively, it feels like it's just been Covino, Ross, and Santa Maria. Now, if you get a 4th and 5th going, this lineup can turn around. This is a Keene offense who's ranked 12th in the league with a .208 batting average, have struck out 215 times. That's 5th in the NECBL.
And SwampBats fans, it is not too late for this season to turn around.
Imagine we're only halfway through.
We're halfway. We got a whole other month of baseball to play.
2-2 to McKenzie, bounced in the dirt. Good take by McKenzie, 3-2. And on that, if you want some hope, here are your wild card standings. The SwampBats only 3.5 games out, and as poor of baseball the SwampBats have played, they are only 3.5 games out. It just shows how baseball can turn around really quick. Payoff pitch from Marshall and McKenzie. Here it comes, and McKenzie takes a good swing at a breaking ball, but fouls it back to the screen. We'll do the 3-2 one more time.
And Marshall not shying away from the slider here, even in the 3-ball count. That just shows the confidence he has in all of his pitches. He doesn't want McKenzie to be sitting on that fastball, so just keep attacking with sliders.
Another 3-2 pitch. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. McKenzie lines one into left center field. A base hit. Cutting off in the gap is Rezick. He'll get it in before McKenzie can try 2. A bullet off the bat of McKenzie. First hit of the night for the SwampBats.
Yeah, another slider there. That one marking the 4th in a row from Marshall, and we've seen that theme in McDaniel in the first, and now with McKenzie here in the bottom of the third. You keep repeating the same pitch over and over again. These high-caliber hitters, they're going to sit on one and drive it. That one 95 miles an hour over the shortstop's head.
Here's the 9-hitter Broderick from Wake Forest. McKenzie with a healthy lead over on first. Broderick had 2 hits yesterday versus Bristol. Here's the first pitch, and Broderick takes it up and out, 1-0. Broderick got short today, did appear versus Sanford in the 5-1 loss for the SwampBats. He went 1 for 3 in that one with a double. Remember, it was slashed down the left field line, but Broderick, night after night, improving offensively. Here's the 1-0, and it's taken in there for a strike. A little low, but a good stick by Dabkowitz, 1-1. Love to see the bottom of the order for the SwampBats setting up the top. Got the right guys to do it, as McKenzie had a leadoff base hit here in the bottom of the third. We're scoreless. Sanford Mainers taking on the Keene SwampBats here on Independence Day Eve. And Marshall will step off and fake pick over to first. McKenzie's in with the dive. The count's 1-1 to James Broderick, carrying a 148 average into this one, a 258 on base, and a 185 slugging. Looking to pick those offensive numbers up right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. McKenzie runs. It misses inside on a breaking ball. The throw down is a good one, but not in time. TJ McKenzie swipes a base. He's in scoring position. Broderick in a hitter's count.
Yeah, and you could tell all the way McKenzie was going on that. He looked eager on the base paths, taking a strong 12-foot lead. Marshall also expecting him to go, not electing to throw over and paying the price with that wonderful stolen base by TJ McKenzie.
That was McKenzie's first attempted stolen base of the year, so he's 1 for 1. Broderick up 2-1 in the count. Marshall, a long pause and a couple looks at second. He fires to the plate. Broken bat, tapper to the left side. Marshall falls down. Going to be a tough play. He'll make it. But on over to third goes McKenzie. So a productive out number 1 will flip the order around for Lucas Costello. And TJ McKenzie's 90 feet away from scoring the game's first run.
And the big body of Jacob Marshall, like an injured deer coming off the mound, making a beautiful play, a trustworthy play from his knees onto the first baseman. Wow, what a great way to stay in control of yourself and fire a fastball over to first from your knees.
Yeah, definitely a good play. And he's a big guy, and not easy to. He also slipped off the mound a little bit. That was why he got to his knees. But here's Costello. Corners play in. Here's the first pitch, and Costello looks at it for a strike. A fastball, 0-1. Costello flew out to right his last time up, and he looked at 2 pitches to go down 0-2, so he was forced to battle. Already behind 0-1 with Covino on deck with an out here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch to Costello, and he laces one to the right side way late, fouls it off 0-2. Costello in center field for the SwampBats tonight, and he's also been someone who's real fun to watch. And I mentioned how good McKenzie was in the outfield. Well, Costello is in center, and McKenzie's a center fielder, so it just shows how good those two are defensively. Infield completely comes in on 0-2, looking to cut down a runner. 0-2 pitch laced into right field, a base hit. SwampBats lead 1-0. Costello goes the other way. And an early lead for the Bats here on Independence Day Eve.
And we talked about earlier Marshall's tendency to throw his pitches on the outer half of the plate and the importance of the SwampBats to shorten up their swings and smash it the other way. Costello does a fantastic job there. Cash in McKenzie for the first run of the game.
Goes back to the keys of the game, getting ahead early. SwampBats get it done. Still only an out here in the bottom of the third. Here comes Dan Covino. SwampBats get to Marshall here in the third. And the first pitch breaking ball, Kai Covino, is a strike inside corner, 0-1. Goes back to McKenzie swiping that bag. Being aggressive pays off. Runner goes, and Covino fouls it back to the screen. A violent hack by the Central Connecticut State product, 0-2.
And you can't blame him for swinging at that one. Even with Costello in motion, the 0-1 count, that pitch right in his wheelhouse at the knees. You have to put a cut on it. Just missed that one, sending it back to the backstop.
Covino's got to play a little bit of defense now. It's a 0-2 count. Marshall already with 3 strikeouts on the night. 0-2 pitch. Costello on first. Marshall looks at him. He'll fire the 0-2, and the fastball misses out and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Covino walked his last time up and was stranded in the first inning.
Marshall now starting to reach deeper into his bag of tricks. That fastball at 90, you can tell he's continuing to fight. His pitch count starting to rise.
1-2. Costello runs. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The throw down's a good one. Costello is safe. He gets under the tag from McDaniel. The throw was a little bit high by Dabkowitz. Regardless, a good one. It was on line, but a swinging strikeout for Covino. A stolen base for Costello, who now has 10 on the season. That's a team lead. And he'll bring up Jackson Ross.
Look for Ross to work some of that 2-out magic that we know and love him for so much. Dinner's on the table over at second base. Let's see if he can gobble it up.
He flew out to left field his last time up, just missed it. Looking to tag Marshall. It's 1-0 SwampBats in the bottom of the third. First pitch, breaking ball misses in the dirt. Low and away, good stuff by Dabkowitz to keep Costello on over at second. 2 hits here in the inning for the SwampBats. It started with TJ McKenzie. He singled, stole a bag, and Costello drove him home with a base hit the other way. Costello now stands on second with 2 outs. 1-0 count. Marshall, a long pause on the rubber. The tall 6'6" right-hander will not throw as Ross calls time in the box. Ross just looking to mix up Marshall's momentum. Can't let him just sit there and control the pace of this game. Ross does a good job mixing it up. Here's the 1-0, and it's chopped over the mound. Going to be a tough play for McDaniel at short. He fields, throws on the run. Not in time. An infield single for Jackson Ross. So even when he's hitting the ball, not 100 miles an hour and relatively soft, Ross is hot. He's 1 for 2. Runners on the corners. Here comes Matheson.
And he hit the cover off that one, 52 miles an hour, the exit velocity. And like you said, Ethan, he'll do it anyway. That's my all-star vote right there, Jackson Ross.
Here comes Carter Matheson. Matheson hit a ball yesterday, 98 off the bat, and it didn't leave the park. It went 275 feet to the right field, but he just missed it. I've never seen someone just miss a ball more than Matheson last night, so he's looking to drive one here. First pitch to him, it's in the dirt, 1-0. Matheson had a broken bat ground out over to second base to end the first, but runners on the corners. On third is Costello. On first is Ross. So relatively good speed on the base path for the SwampBats. The 1-0 pitch, it's on its way. Matheson thinks about it. Check swing. Called strike regardless, 1-1.
And we'll see maybe if Marshall can throw one away here. He has been commanding the zone well, but with Costello's wheels and the big backstop at Alumni, see if the baseball gods bless us with one.
1-1, fastball inside corner, strike, 1-2. I don't think Matheson agreed with home plate umpire Alan Libardoni, but he'll have no choice but be down in the count, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Matheson laces one into right field, a base hit. SwampBats will add another. It's 2-0 here at Alumni Field over the Mainers.
A beautiful job there. Fastball, maybe a ball below the zone, right at the kneecaps for Matheson. And boy, was he all over it. Gets the barrel out in front, and a wonderful hard hit line drive in between the first and second baseman for a big RBI single.
Here is Tony Santamaria. Another opportunity for the SwampBats to keep it rolling. Already 2 here in the bottom of the third, thanks to a Lucas Costello RBI single he just scored and Carter Matheson RBI single. Ross is at second after his base hit. Matheson at first, 2 outs. 4 hits in the inning for the Bats. Looking to keep it moving. Tony Santamaria digs in. First pitch taken out and away, 1-0. Santamaria struck out swinging his last time up. The Scarlet Knight from Rutgers University looking to do some damage here on Independence Day Eve, a packed Alumni Field. Marshall with the long pause. He fires to the plate. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball as he goes back to back with them, 1-1. Caleb Pendleton on deck. SwampBats with already 2 here in the bottom of the third. They lead 2-0. Marshall kicks and fires, and the fastball is taken for a strike, 1-2, but Marshall has struggled to put hitters away here in the third, and that's what has kind of creeped up and haunted him early on. Was ahead of a couple hitters, including McKenzie, was unable to put him away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it comes to Santamaria. It's a ball. It skips in the dirt, heads to the backstop. The count will go to 2-2. Ross moves to third. Matheson to second on the wild pitch.
And there it is. We were waiting for it, that glorious wild pitch here at Alumni. Wish it came with a runner on third, but it does move 2 Ducks into scoring position on the pond. Right there for Tony Santamaria.
Santamaria holds the bat high. He's in a 2-2 count with 2 outs. 2 runners on. Second and third, and a 2-0 lead for the Bats in the bottom of the third. Marshall fires to Santamaria. In there, strike 3 called. A big-time strikeout for Marshall. He's got 5 through 3, but the SwampBats add 2 runs on 4 hits. Lucas Costello and Matheson pick up RBIs, and an early lead for the Bats. On to the 4th we go. It's SwampBats baseball, and it's right here on Pure Oldies 104.1 FM and the NECBL Broadcasting Network.